Have you ever read a love poem and felt like you just went on this epic journey, like a whole movie packed into a few lines? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today with a poem by Denis Martindale. We're going to break down how it uses a perfect story structure to make a single moment of attraction feel like this grand, unforgettable story.
And boom, right there, this one line is everything. It sets the entire stage. This isn't just, wow, she's cute. This is the narrator seeing a whole future, a life-changing connection right in that first glance. It's the emotional core for everything that's about to happen. So, how does the poem pull this off so well? We're actually going to peel back the layers using the 5 acts of a classic dramatic story. You're going to see how every single beat from that first look to the final line builds this incredibly powerful and, honestly, really satisfying story.
All right, first up, Act 1, the exposition. This is where we get the lay of the land. We meet our two main characters, and we find out how they met. And let me tell you, the poem frames this as way more than just a random encounter.
The source material gives it this amazing name, a heavenly matchmaker. It's this idea that their meeting wasn't an accident at all. It was meant to be, almost like it was planned by some higher power. You can feel how that immediately raises the stakes. This isn't just a crush. It feels like fate.
And you see the dynamic right away in how they react. I mean, look at this contrast. He is completely floored, overwhelmed, can't move, can't speak, just frozen. And her? She's the picture of confidence. The poem points out she wore no ring, and she doesn't just smile, she smiles in ways more than enough. The attraction is clearly mutual, but this difference in their reactions sets up a really fascinating tension right from the get-go.
Which brings us right into Act 2, the rising action. We've got this tension, right? His fear versus their obvious spark. And that is about to get resolved by a seriously bold move that just pushes the whole story forward.
So while he's stuck in place, she just completely flips the script on traditional roles. She's the one who walks up to him. She's the one who starts the conversation. And then she gives him her number. In just a few moments, she takes total control and shatters that stalemate his fear had created. It's awesome.
But even after all that, the ball is back in his court. As she starts to walk away, it hits him. This is a moment of truth. This fated chance he was just handed is about to disappear forever if he doesn't do something. And it's that urgency that finally makes him act.
And because he decided to speak up, we hit the second part of the rising action. This is where that initial spark just explodes into a real flame. The connection between them deepens, and it happens incredibly fast. And just look at how quickly this thing accelerates. All it took was one simple question from him, "What's your name?" And from there, she stays, and in just 1 hour, they're telling each other their life stories and sharing what the poem calls a sublime first kiss. Their connection isn't just strong, it's almost instantaneous. All of that rising action has been building to this. Act 4, the climax. This is it. The peak of the story, the moment where absolutely everything is on the line. The outcome is going to change both of their lives forever. Now, the poem does something really smart here. It just jumps forward in time. We don't need to know about every date they went on. We just need to know that the connection that started in that first hour has grown, and it's led them to this one, very important day. And the scene is set with such a powerful symbol, a single rose. Not a dozen, just one. You can feel how intimate and personal that is. It focuses all the emotion of this huge moment into one simple object. This single rose is the opening act for the big question. So she says yes, but listen to his reaction. It's not just joy, it's a sigh of relief. That is the key right there. That one sigh connects all the way back to his fear, his paralysis, in that very first moment. The anxiety that started this whole story is finally completely gone. It is the perfect payoff.
And at last, we arrive at Act 5, the denouement. You could just call it the resolution. The main conflict is over, the question has been answered, and now we get to see the new reality they've created. It's like the story's emotional afterglow.
To really get a sense of how happy he is, the poem says he feels more blessed than 1,000 men. I mean, think about that. His joy isn't just personal. He feels like it's bigger than anyone else's. This chart kind of helps you visualize it.
His feeling isn't just a little more, it's on a completely different scale.
And so the story wraps up. There's no cliffhanger, no what happens next, just this absolute certainty, this profound feeling of peace and gratitude. The journey from that first terrified stare to this final calm moment is complete. It's a perfect narrative circle, which kind of leaves us with this one last thought to chew on. The poem seems to suggest that maybe the only thing separating a random, chance encounter from true destiny is having the courage to act when that moment shows up. Or maybe having someone bold enough to act for you. What do you think?